All right, you guys, it is Jumbo Shark 19. And I am hoping that you are enjoying the anniversary, the 10th anniversary. Um, just news keeps coming in. I haven't been able to keep up. It's been just one wave after another. And now we have the news announcement for what we all expected, I think, for the most part, which is the Easy A's for Grade 8 Vegeta and Kaioken Goku. I guess it is a little surprising in the sense of their being first because they're the Part 2 units to the 7th anniversary. But at the same time, when you kind of think about it, like, I mean, these guys were such letdowns when they came out. Like, I'm sorry, that's just how it was. Like, it was hard to follow up. Really hard to follow up Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and then, of course, Blue Gogeta. But so it kind of makes sense that they're first because like that would be a tough act to follow up again, right? So let's get them out there first. Let's see how they're doing. Um, if you're like, hey, I just want instant reaction, like right away, I'm not gonna make you watch the whole video. Like it's cool. I get it. Especially on a newer channel. It's like I haven't earned your trust yet. Like of course, I fully get it. I fully understand. Instant reaction pretty much is Grade 8 Vegeta is like really good. Like, he's pretty good, like he's up there. He can do some he's what we were looking for. Like he's what we were looking for slot 1. Goku, yeah, I want to get into it a little bit more, but Goku's a little bit on the the thumbnail. I mean, I'm just saying, like, Um, but we're gonna get into it, right? So let's start off with. I mean, what do we want to start off with? Do we want to start off with the good or the bad? I mean, I guess. Uh, let's let's start off with Vegeta. Okay, let's just start off with Vegeta. Whatever. So Vegeta's getting his easy A. So this is really good right off the bat. Both of his super attacks are getting defense. In the past, it was just getting attack. Um, this was just an AOE that didn't do anything, right? Like I believe it was. Yeah, I don't even think you raised attack on it. It was just an AOE. And then the final bullet, I think he got attack or something like that. So the fact that you're getting defense is very good for a defensive-minded character. Yeah, so that's very good. So already we're looking promising. Like, all right, they already fixed one of his major flaws, which was not getting anything on his super attack effect. Um, his links always have been an issue. They're never going to be good. I mean, it's just going to be. Might be able to get away with Saiyan Roar because of the Super Saiyan 4s and AGL Forku, right? Grade 8 power, right? Absolutely. So Saiyan War is you could get probably Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Roar, Legendary Power. I mean that's all you're looking at. Yeah, you're never getting over 9,000. You're never getting Transform. Royal Lineage, maybe, but not right now. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe, but it's not even that great of a link, right? So this is still not great. The intro, like it's you just get 100% attack. It's like whatever. Cool. Only against Goku characters, so not a little bit more common than when they first came out. Like now we actually have super class content, like super class enemies, so that's pretty good, right? So you'll see it a little bit more than you would have before. Um, Basic effects. I really like this new layout, by the way. Like it's just clean, right? Key plus 3. So right away he's getting. Well, I mean not right away, right? Because this is you'll see this sometimes, but he's gonna get key plus 3, attack and defense plus 200%, damage reduction of 220%, additional key plus 1 per key sphere. That's really big. That's huge for him. Guards all attacks. Okay, so that's good still, right? He's guarding. He's got some base damage reduction, 20%. Okay, that's you're looking pretty good, right? All right, right away we're looking pretty good. And again, I don't think he's gonna have too much key issues now because like he's not getting a lot of key from his links, right? So attack and defense plus 160%. So when he attacks, so that's multiplicative. Attacking with 18 or more key, defense 160%. So again, multiplicative. So that's why he's actually pretty good. Like he's getting some big defense numbers there. Just he's getting a lot of it on attack. And so getting 18 key is imperative. Like you have to get 18 key. But I really don't think that'll be a problem with the key plus one. With all the rainbow orb changers that are like on his team and stuff and supports, like I think that won't be an issue. After guard is activated, so he's getting another key plus 3, which he got before, and then he's getting attack and defense plus 60% for 3 turns. Again, multiplicative, very good. As the first attacker in a turn, he's getting 60% defense and an extra 40% damage reduction. So 40% damage reduction, 20%, we're at 60%. With Super Saiyan 3 Goku transformed after his Great Ape into Super Saiyan 4, you get that 10% damage reduction. So you're at 70%. That's in slot 1. Like, you're cooking. You're starting to really cook there. That being said, all of this defense right here, his main defense, is on super. So that is something to keep in mind. As the second or third attacker in a turn, so you never really, you hardly ever you'll see this. Like, I don't know, like maybe. I don't know. I don't know when you would see this. Unless you're on rotation with like a dodging character, I guess you could. But then that problem is he's losing a lot of his damage reduction, right? He's losing 40% if you're not in slot 1. So. But you launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, so, that's some defense. Attacks effective against all types at 24 key. I mean, that's kind of interesting with the whole AoE mechanic. I do, that does make it kind of interesting. Like, you're not using him for World Tournament, right? Like, I mean, I guess you could, right? Like, I mean, Piccolo Jr., Jr. is going to be faster, but you could use him for World Tournament. You could. Great Ape is 40% HP or less. Do we have the Great Ape? We're gonna check on the fly. Okay, here's the Great Ape. Okay. Key plus 6, attack plus 318. Cute number, right? Guaranteed crits. Greatly raises attack. Okay. Massively raises attack. I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty big number. Like, I feel like with guaranteed crits, like, he's gonna be doing some damage in Grade 8. I feel pretty good about that. But at the end of the day, that's not what really matters. Like, his defensive capabilities, and he's gonna be really good. Because if you look over here, our boy Ignitex, I probably just messed that up. But forgive me. So basically what you're looking at here is Grade 8 Vegeta after receiving an attack. So he'll have all his passive active except for these two numbers, which is a lot. With Super Saiyan 4 damage reduction support. So he'll be at 490,000 defense with 70% damage reduction. All right, that's after getting hit. So that's before supering. Against a 7 million super. 7 million. He's taken 607,000. Again, he has guard, so type advantage, it doesn't matter. He has type advantage against everything. 70% damage reduction with Super Saiyan 4 damage reduction support, 490k defense. So after he supers, he's gonna be at like I believe Halvard had him at 2 million, something like that. Yeah, let's take a quick look. So after receiving an attack, I mean he's at like 2,700,000 max, right? He can get up to. Two that with 70% damage reduction. Yeah, he's unkillable really for the most part. And while this does seem like a pretty big number, still like whoa, 600,000 damage, like that's still death mostly. Yes and no, because we are slowly but surely like we finally just got like we just passed the 1 million HP threshold with a team. Like with a specific setup, you can get over 1 million HP now. So I mean, if you have 1 million HP, you take 600,000, you still have 400,000 left. Like that's not terrible. You can live, but I think we need to be a little bit closer, probably to like 1.5 million HP pool, because then this would be about half your health, right? Um, but so Great Ape Vegeta. Long story short, like he's just really good. He's they did him justice. He's very good, very good. I don't know what his damage numbers are gonna look like. I mean, I don't care. Like seriously, but I mean, honestly though, they're probably gonna actually be pretty good, right? Because if you think about it, with all the support, like I mean, he on the Great Ape team, like he might be hitting pretty hard, but at the end of the day, like his defense is all that really mattered. But that's great. So Vegeta fans are eating, which is good. You know, shout out to my boy, my all my Vegeta fans out there, and my friend Jay, because unfortunately, Evolution Blue Vegeta was a little disappointing, part one, but I think this is makes up for it for sure. Very good. They did justice. Now, oh boy. Now here's the thing. I will say this before anything. Let's get history straight. Both of these guys were pretty like disappointing when they first came out. They both were very underpowered compared to the part 1 units. Like absolutely, like it wasn't even close. Like it was gross actually how underpowered both of these guys were compared to the part 1 units. But Goku was the better of the two. Absolutely. Vegeta, he did one thing only, and that was be defensive, and he wasn't that good at it with his setups. Like, it just was not there. He just wasn't good enough. Goku, on the other hand, could actually get up to some pretty decent defensive numbers, and he was a good damage dealer, like, for the time period, for sure. Like, he was doing good damage, okay? But, that being said, his kit doesn't leave a lot to, like, wiggle room in terms of, like, oh, well, they're going to add a lot of defense here. And they unfortunately, they didn't. It's looking like maybe not quite enough for him. So let's just take a look. Let's look at the super attack effects first. So greatly raises attack and defense on 12 key, and then on 18 key, massively raises attack and defense for 4 turns. So you could get a max of 2 stacks of this. 4% HP is nothing. That's whatever, right? Whatever. Not gonna get up in arms about it. Times 4. They're being cute with Kaioken times 4, right? But 4 turns is good. Problem is that they didn't give him any built-in additionals. So here's the problem. So his entrance is the same as Vegeta's, except against a Vegeta enemy, instead of a Goku. Gets an attack 100%. Why not just give him why not give him defense? I don't know, man, right? Like just defense. God, I never thought it just is what it is though. It's like we're getting into the point where like enemies are throwing out like 10 million super attacks, right? Like it's crazy. I can't keep up. But all right, let's just get into the nitty-gritty. Attack and defense 200%. All right, yep, standard. 70% chance of performing a crit. All right, that's fine. That's expected with him for sure. randomly changes key spheres to STR. So he's an orb changer now. Was he that before? I don't remember. Did he change? I think he did, didn't he? I think he did. Oh, it's all right. Receives an additional key plus 2. That's whatever. Okay, sure. Like he's not gonna struggle for key. All right. Especially with these links. Like he's gonna get over. Yeah, over in a flash won't be hard to get. Shocking speed. Yeah. All right. Here's where the problem comes in. So he gets key plus 10 for 7 turns. So again, like you're not gonna want to run him in longer content because like this already you're losing 100% defense. So key plus 2, I don't. It just doesn't. Okay, right? Like again, I don't know. Superfluous. Key plus 10, defense plus 100% for 7 turns. It's like okay, short-term content, fine. When attacking with 12 or more key, so his slot 2 unit, attack and defense plus 159%. Okay, multiplicative, so that's good. With 18 or more key, he's getting attack, not defense. So like, okay, he's hitting hard, right? For every strength key sphere obtained, damage reduction rate of 4%. Again, with the times for Kaioken, because they're being cute. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, he gets a critical hit. Which, I mean... he's not going to struggle for key at all, like, ever. Like, I just don't... They gave him a great chance, and then they gave him guarantee, and then he's getting all this key when you're only wanting to run him for sure. This kit is all over the place in terms of like what like because here's the thing, what are you noticing? What's not here? I'll give you a second. Write it in the comments. What's missing? If you've made it this far in the video, I don't think anybody will, but if you made it this far in the video, hey, congrats. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Seriously. He doesn't have any additionals, so no additionals built in. So obviously, I would say, I mean, if you want to give this guy full dodge, by all means, go for it. I always look at it like I just want to maximize. Like if I'm gonna use them, like I actually want to get some use out of them. No crit. Do not put any. Do not put crit, man. If you put any crit on him, shame on you. I mean, I would say full additional and like attack equips is like where you want to go. However, like I would not argue against full dodge like that. Sure, because again, he's gonna lose 100% defense after 7 turns. His defense, okay, let's just look. He can get up to 3.5 million after supering, so slot 2 unit, right? You're not putting him in slot 1 ever. So 3.5 million. Again, the new content just announced, like we don't know the numbers yet, but like we're talking like, you know, over 4 to 5 million super attacks now. 6, 7, 8, right? 3.5 million isn't good enough without any other defensive mechanic. And oh, okay, they did give him this cute little damage reduction rate of 4%, but he's type orb changing one type of, randomly one type of key sphere. Like on average, like let's just say you get 10 key spheres, sure. Okay, 10 key spheres, that's 40% damage reduction. Like, okay, now you're kind of like, okay, now you're kind of talking. I don't think you're getting 10 key spheres a lot with him. Because, like, the teams that you're running him on, most likely, like, you're probably floating him, right? Like, I don't know. I'd have to look at his team list again, but I think you'd be floating him most often. I don't know. Obviously, his teams are going to have a lot of rainbow orb changers, so I don't know. Maybe getting orbs actually isn't going to be like too big of a deal, and this won't be terrible. But I don't know. I would say you're probably looking more like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 on average, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm underselling it. I don't know. Maybe he might be being undersold. Like even I have to admit, maybe I'm trolling a little bit, or not trolling, but just just overreacting because he might. I don't know. Depends what type of damage he's putting out. I don't know. I honestly I don't think he's good enough. But again, I mean I don't think it's that big of a deal in the sense like both of these units are probably gonna get remade and like dual Dokkan Fest style or something. Like we need another Kaioken Goku, a transforming one. Like so, I don't know. He's all right. Vegeta's really good. He needed to be a hit for the Grade 8 power team. Kaioken Goku, you know, he's gonna probably hit pretty darn hard. Defensively, he's gonna take normals probably, and yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, like, if the new power shift, the new meta is taking normals, I mean, that's probably not bad, right? So, and like I said here, it's on. I can't tell. Like 3.5 million defense with like I don't know an average of 40% damage reduction. Is that actually good? Because think about Vegeta, right? Is he has 60% plus that potential 10% from AGL Goku. So I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. We're in uncharted waters, so it's really hard to speak confidently on anything. But let me know in the comments what you think. I think they're pretty exciting. Again, I don't want to downplay him too much. Like, I think he's probably going to end up actually being a little bit better. It's just going to come down to RNG with the orbs. That's what it's going to come down to. And again, once he loses that 100% defense, he's going to be a fish. Like, he is going to be a fish. Um, Vegeta, though, excellent, excellent. So, let me know in the comments, what are you thinking? How are you liking him? I hope your 10th anniversary is going well. Until next time, you guys, it's been Jumbo Shark 19. It's good talking to you.